Welcome to Astrology Innovation. Lately, I've been talking a lot about some very powerful cosmic energies happening right now, opening cosmic portals for manifestation and many other things, very powerful things happening at this time. And it's amazing how the Earth is also showing us how this is also impacting her through this Schumann resonance. Yeah, so to see all of these connections, make sure to stay until the end because it's so interesting. Okay, so in summary, there have been a lot of very powerful activations going on, cosmic activations. Um, Within just very few days, there are so many things happening. And I have other videos explaining, and there's especially one video that talks about a very unique synchronicity between Mayan astrology and galactic astrology. So some very powerful synchronicities happening right now, which I'll explain a little bit. Um, so if you see this image, I explain it in more detail in the other video. Just uh, after this one, you can see it on the link in the description, but just in a quick summary, if you look at this number, the 146, this is the Mayan Tzolk'in or calendar. And uh, this 146 uh, was the 30th of November of 2024. And the 155 is the 9th of December. So these are 10 consecutive days. And since the squares are more darker squares, it means that there are galactic activation portals, which are opportunities to download more cosmic wisdom. And also in this case, it helps with manifestation as well. Yeah, so the synchronicity is that within this cycle, it's synchronized with actually the 151 was the December 5th, and the sun was conjunct the great attractor and Mercury as well, which was a very powerful configuration. So the great attractor, also in summary, is a very powerful galactic point that attracts more than 100,000 galaxies towards it because it has a very massive gravitational pull. So the fact that we have these 10 consecutive days of galactic activation portals, and within it we have the sun conjunct Mercury, is very, very powerful, especially because also these portals are within the cycles of the sun as well. So it's very solar energy. Also, we're in solar maximum and many other powerful things, and many other conjunctions. Jupiter opposing Mercury and the Sun, and also getting closer to the great attractor. Um, Venus also semi-sextile in the galactic center, and at the same time sextile in Neptune. Uh, yeah, there's so many things. Saturn squaring is gonna square the great attractor as well soon. Neptune is squaring the galactic center. Yeah, there's so many very powerful things. Also about these very powerful galactic points I'm mentioning. Uh, if you don't know too much about them, I also have another video called the four most powerful cosmic points in astrology, which talks more about these points. Um, yeah, so this is like the summary, but now we're gonna go deeper with the Schumann resonance. So the Schumann resonance, if you don't know what it is, in summary, it's a way of measuring Earth's electromagnetic field. Um, so with this, the Earth is showing us and giving us more confirmations of the influence of these powerful energies I was mentioning about the Mayan astrology with the galactic activation portals at the same time as the galactic astrology and all the other transits. So with this, we can see how Earth is reacting with its electromagnetic field. So it's very powerful that it's been enhanced at the same time that these energies are happening. Especially the dates that I mentioned on my other video that were gonna be the most powerful, which was around the 5th of December, because of this conjunction of Mercury, the Sun, and the Great Attractor within those 10 galactic activation portal days. Uh, yeah, so it's amazing how the Earth is also confirming these energies and how the Earth is also expanding her own energy while this is happening. Um, okay, so now I want to break it down a little bit more. Uh, so also, if you want to see this, make sure to stay until the end because I'm going to gradually get to it. So here we go from down to up. So this was around was Wednesday, 27th of November of 2024. Although this graph is more or less 3 days long and it repeats sometimes. So for example, um, if we look at this, this is the same as this part. So from here to here, it's the same as from here to somewhere around here. So yeah, so it repeats a little bit, uh, just so you understand a little bit how it's working. It's not exactly the 27th, so it's more or less a range of 3 days here. So, okay, so here we see that there's not much activity going on. Then here it's slowly becoming more active. And here we see this big activity. And this was right before, like very close to the 146, to the beginning of these 10 consecutive days of galactic activation portals. So it's very interesting and very powerful that this just happened right before this, at the beginning of the cycle. So it was like the Earth energizing itself, like preparing for what was going to come. And then if we see this one, it's the same as this one. And then after that, we had other, like a little bit more activity here, like this one that was really quick, but also very powerful. Uh, yeah, so this was like the preparation for these 10 consecutive galactic activation portal days for the Earth. Okay, so now after the 30th of November, more or less, as I said, like the range between 3 days. Um, then we have the 1st of December. So this one is also the same as this one. And we see it here at the beginning of this cycle. And then we start seeing a little bit more activity here. Then a little bit more as we go farther into the cycle, we start seeing more and more activity. And then this December 3rd was very, uh, very much activated here and also especially here. Um, yeah, so we can see how gradually it's uh, connecting to these energies, very likely. And yeah, so also I mentioned before that the conjunction between the Sun, Mercury, and the Great Attractor was the 5th of December. So as the Sun and Mercury went closer because the sun was going towards the great attractor, and at the same time, Mercury was retrograde, going towards it as well. So it was like this, going like this. Uh, so as they went closer and closer, we start seeing now these spikes of energy for the Earth. As uh, this is happening, and then the most interesting one. So more or less the 4th, 5th, and 6th of December, which was exactly the days that I mentioned about the conjunction of the Sun and Mercury and the Great Attractor. We have these amazing, very powerful spikes almost all the time because, for example, here, it's still really powerful. For example, here, this one is really powerful, but it's really quick. Like it's like a lot of energy and then it comes down afterwards. Then a lot of energy and it comes down. Then this is a lot of energy and it stays for a little bit longer. And then we have this, which is uh, a lot more energy and it stays, and then it expands more and more. And here we see how it keeps. So this is the same as the, here, it's the same as here. Okay, so it expands, and then it expands more, and then here it's like a very powerful peak. Um, yeah, so amazing how accurate it is with the actual transits that I was mentioning. So just as a reminder, let's see this 151. That would be the December 5th. So we have not only this triple conjunction, we're at the middle of these 10 consecutive days. So slowly we began, the sun starts getting energized here, like we saw here. Like, for example, this spike, the sun starts getting energized here, and then it starts the cycle. It gets more energy as it goes through the cycle, and then it peaks with the conjunction and at the middle of the galactic activation uh, portals. And the Earth shows us how this uh, affects her as well, and how she is very powerfully energized at the same time as these energies are happening. Yeah, so it's amazing and also very beautiful, the Earth, how it's showing us this very powerful, how this very powerful galactic astrology and Mayan astrology synchronicity influence our own Mother Earth. Um, yeah, so it's amazing. It's beautiful, and yeah, so here we can see it like a bit more progressive. How there's not much here. We start energizing here, and then again, it's a little bit more energy than at the beginning with these ones, but slowly it starts building up. And then we have this massive, very powerful energy. Also, it will be really interesting to see the 7th of December. You'll probably see why soon, because I want to do a different video about that. About this probability. It's about another one of my techniques, which I'm developing, which is amazing. Um, yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna spoil what it's about, but it's coming really, really soon. Maybe even the same day as this video. So stay tuned, and yeah, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. You can stay updated. Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like. And it would be really interesting to see your comments, what you think about these synchronicities and how the Earth is showing us this amazing, how it's affected at the same time as these synchronicities, or any other things you may have found interesting. Make sure also to watch the other videos I mentioned, because it's really, really amazing. And I go in much more depth about what's going on with this synchronicity between Mayan galactic astrology. Make sure to see the description. I will leave some links there as well, and also the link for my website if you're interested in knowing a little bit more of my work, or if you want an astrological consultation or any other of my services. And thank you for staying until the end. Hope to see you soon and have a great day or evening. Thank you.